Let's go to the Northern Belt this morning because there's another sad developing story, another murder in the West Central region. Rafiq Salam will bring us details of that story. But we now know that there's a man, a bus conductor or a driver's mate who's been slaughtered this morning. And the disease is called Opolu Richard, and his body was found with his throat cut at the back of a trailer loaded with thousands of tons of salt that I think he was transporting to Wa. And the murder brings the total number of murders in that community or that municipality to 17 in 3 years. Well, first, let's speak to Rafiq Salam, and then we'll get on the phone with Rashid Pelpio, and then we'll get more information on this. Rafiq Salam, if you can hear me, what more can you report about this sad story? Rafiq, are you on the line with us?
I am on the line now.
Great.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, Rafiq. What can you tell us?
I'm saying that the people of the Wa municipality, to be precise, Dobli, woke up to the sad news about another suspected murder that took place at their enclave. The deceased is identified as Opoku Richard, who is an expectant driver, accompanied a trailer to offload salt. The information that we gleaned on indicated that when they came last night, they couldn't offload the salt, and so the vehicle was driven to the house of the owner of the salt, one Nur Rahman Umar Farouk. And so they were there, and then the driver of the vehicle stayed in the vehicle overnight using the mosquito net. And then also the mate was also called into the house by the owner of the salt, but he said that he will stay at the veranda for some few minutes before even coming in. And so only this morning to get up to see that there was nowhere, he was not around the veranda where he told them that he was supposed to be. So they tried to do a search for him, and at the back of the trailer, they saw him lying prostrate and also in a pool of blood. And also one thing that they also identified was that they saw his throat also cut, and so they called the police to the scene. This is an incident that happened suspected to have happened during the wee hours of the morning. And so the people of Wa are really in shock. And also it came on the heels of a demonstration that took place during the weekend by the youth in Wa, saying, trying to vent their anger on duty bearers, saying that they have been passive, in terms of all the action when it comes to these issues of murders that are happening in the Wa municipality. And so people in Wa are really shocked, and then they are living in fear about what transpired this morning.
From everything you've recounted, Rafiq, it appears the murder happened right there on that property. But do you have any eyewitness recounts so far? What are the people saying?
What the suspected murder took place around the veranda of the owner of the salt. As I told you earlier, he was called to come inside his room to sleep there so that this morning they could offload their salt. But he told him that he wants to sleep at the veranda for some few hours, and then after that he will come in. But it appears that he didn't come into the room. Only this morning that they got up, he wasn't there, but they saw that there were a lot of stains of blood around the veranda where he suspected to have slept, and also a map. And so a search that was conducted later saw him lying prostrate at the back of the trailer. So residents of the community that we have been speaking to, one man who is a neighbor who lives around that area, told us that they are really deep in shock. And then what they want the authorities to do is that at least they should collaborate with the people in the communities so that they can have volunteer groups to help the security agencies and to help fight this canker that is creeping into the Wala society. Because this is a place that I know very well. I stayed in that place for over a decade. And so I'm really surprised and shocked about what transpired there during the wee hours of this morning.
Rafiq, please stay with me. Let's get on the phone now and speak to Rashid Pelpio, and he's MP for Wa Central constituency in the Upper West region. Mr. Pelpio, thanks for joining us this morning. I understand we'll bring back Mr. Pelpio in a course of the time. We're still trying to connect with him. Let me get back to Rafiq. And Rafiq, So do the police have anybody in custody? What are they saying about the investigation so far?
For now, the police have started their investigations. I saw the regional commander, DCOP, he came around the area, and then also he spoke to some of the personnel of the investigation team, and then left. But for now, we're having two of the personalities behind bars, the owner of the salt, Nur Ahmed Umar Farouk, and then also the driver of the vehicle. They have been kept behind bars now for further investigations. But for now, they haven't told us. These are the immediate people that they have arrested. They haven't told us about the other people that they have arrested for now.
Do we have any word from the Opoku family?
For now, because they are not resident in the one municipality, but we are told is that they are from the Bona region, the Bona region, and that's what. So they are from Sunyani. That's where they came from to offload the salt. And for now, we are not aware of any statement or anything from the family of the deceased and also the driver.
Well, thank you so much, Rafiq Salam, for bringing us those details and update. But Rashid Pelpio joins us now, and I said he's the MP for WAS Central Constituency in the Upper West region. Mr. Pelpio, thanks for joining the conversation. So this brings to the total number 17 of murders in the WAS Central Constituency so far. First of all, what do you make of the situation? We are trying to connect with Mr. Rashid Pelpio, the MP for WAS Central Constituency in the Upper West region, on this murder that has occurred in the wee hours of this morning. And that story, as Upper West regional correspondent Rafiq Salam brought to us. And he's saying that it appears the suspected murder occurred right there on the property of the salt owner. This man, Mr. Opoku, was invited to come inside, but thought he would spend some time out there, maybe get some fresh air before going in. And they woke up this morning to his body. And some details he shared with us said that his neck was slaughtered. But I think we have Rashid Pelpio on the line with us now. Let's speak to him now. Mr. Pelpio, I was asking, how do you feel about this murder that brings the total number of 17 in the past 3 years in the WAS Central constituency?
Well, thank you very much. It has happened whilst I'm in WA. I came around to join the youth to demonstrate against this murderous act against our people. And a day after, these people have dared the people to do what they have done. They have gone to slaughter another human being and destroyed another life.
When you say these people, who do you mean? Who are you referring to?
The people who are going about killing people, who murder people, who are very distasteful to society are the ones I'm referring to. I'm very convinced that this act today is a signal that we definitely will catch the people who have done that. It shows that they are right within us, and people definitely will act to fight against it.
Mr. Pelpio, talk to me about security in that constituency and that community, because this seems to be happening in the wee hours of this morning. Do we have enough security to ensure that, you know, as you've already demonstrated against this sort of incidents, did you strengthen security to prevent incidents like this from happening again?
Yeah, there's police presence in WA. I think the strategy is what we should be talking about.
So what is the strategy?
Meaning the availability of individuals who are in police uniform. Yes, you can find them in WA. I don't know whether they have what it takes to be a police, what it takes to ensure that there's enough security around the town. Other than that, we will definitely have been able to secure the arrest of these people. More and more, they act in a way to show that they defy security, they disrespect the society. They don't even imagine that there are any people who are listed to guard against the ills they are perpetuating. So it's a worry about what is happening. That at a time when we are critically opposed to them, go out to oppose them, it is the time they come out strongly to do what they have been doing. Remember the last time the Minister of Interior came here and announced about their determination to track them down. By the following morning, they had gone to kill some other people. And it resembles what has happened now. That right after we demonstrated to tell them that we are determined to catch them, we want to show that we are supporting the police. We want to show that the people are willing to go all lengths to track them down. A day after, they have gone to destroy another life in a very, very inhuman manner, slaughtering the human being and living as if, so it's a distasteful situation.
Mr. Pelpio, you are a member of parliament, and this is in the this is the 17th time that this is happening. What then is your next course of action, especially as pertains to your job as a member of parliament?
Just yesterday, I was called by a group of young people who said they tracked down some people who they didn't know. They were unable to speak our local language. They couldn't speak English, and they were in some school block, and they got them. And they told me they called the police several times, and for nearly 2 hours, nobody came there. So they called me to see if I could get the police to come. I called the police, and they went there. Now, what it is that I will do is to ask the people to do what they can. If the police is not doing what they should be doing, and the people begin to act the way they should act to get them in a manner that they think is the right thing, I don't know whether that is going to help, but very likely it's going to destroy more than we imagine. So I will urge the security to step up its duty and responsibility to introduce more sophistication in the search for the people, to go more, deeper into what they are doing, and to come out with concrete results. Because when the people go out to take the law by themselves into their own hands, then you can't control them.
Right.
I mean, it's painful that you see these things happening and you don't see the people. You don't see the people, and you can imagine people still on radio advertising that they have a secret society. People should come and join. They'll be rich the following day. They join it, and they are asking for people to come and pay money and to come and see them. They will make you rich, and they are openly advertising all these on radio, and the police is comfortable with that. I don't know anybody who will be advertising and saying they are going to make people rich, and you see people lining up to see them, and they are not investigating them. I don't know whether what they are doing, they have a registered certificate to act the way they are acting and to be taxed when they earn the money they are earning. And, these are illegal organizations pushing people to bring parts of, to bring very illegal material so they can help them to become rich.
All right, Mr. Pelpio.
They should be all the part of the investigation.
Right.
As a member of parliament, I want to help to widen the scope of investigation.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us and shedding more light on this incident. Rashid Pelpio is MP for Was Central.
Thank you.
And